Hello and welcome to this video where I want to talk about three of the really important bad communicative strategies that a lot of people are using. So, before you diagnose yourself with CPTSD or childhood problems, because we all have them, so it's not that you don't have them, but before you see yourself as the problem, then it's a really good idea to see if you are exposed to these three kind of emotional abuse. And I have my Google here. And the first one I want to talk about is future faking. Because future faking, well, it can happen one time that people tell you, I will be there, and they are not. Maybe a logical reason occurred, which is why they didn't show up. But if a person continuously tell you they will do this and they will do that, or they will be there, or they are not, then it's future faking. And for example, you tell your child that tomorrow they will get this, and they don't get it, and then you tell them tomorrow they get it, and so on. This is actually future faking. Now we have Adobe coming in here. Remind me later. Thank you. So the consequences of future faking, before you actually tell yourself that you are the problem, or that you are not able to handle a situation, then please take a look at the communication in the situation. Because if you are exposed to future faking, the consequences are, actually, Google says this kind of manipulation is extremely harmful. The consequence could be cognitive dissonance, self-erasure, feelings of helplessness and hopelessness, and of course, the feelings of loss for something that the manipulator never intended you to have. That will all produce long-term rippling consequences. Wow. So, if you are exposed to future faking, now you can actually see if people are doing this to you, because now you have a word for what is happening to you. Then there is nothing wrong with you when you feel helpless, hopeless, when you have cognitive dissonance, if you feel self-erasure, because these are the normal consequences when people behave like that and expose you to this kind of communication, which is really bad. So the other one that is really good to know about is gaslighting, because gaslighting is lying. It's changing another person's future reality, and the consequence of gaslighting is, oh no, even better. Listen to this. Gaslighting is an abusive practice that causes someone to distrust themselves or to believe that they have a mental illness. The long-term effects of gaslighting may include anxiety, depression, trauma, and low self-esteem. So if you are exposed to gaslighting and you are feeling anxiety, depression, trauma, and low self-esteem, it's a normal consequence of being exposed to gaslighting. Dang. Wow. That's a really bad communicative strategy, gaslighting. And then the third one is blame shifting. The thing with blame shifting is that it is actually gaslighting. So the thing is that the person who, or if we ourselves blame others for our action, and I read directly from here, we diminish our power and enhance our sense of victimhood. So when we give another person, when we blame another person for doing something, the then it actually increases our proneness for anger. And we can feel powerless, helpless, and we can feel pessimistic if we blame shift. But if other people blame shift, then we see these kind of reaction in them, and we also feel gaslighted because they're actually lying when people shift the blame. So these are 3 communicative strategies that we really need to be aware of them, because we don't need to go to a doctor if we are exposed to these 3 or other, but these are the 3 important right now. But if we are exposed to future faking, gaslighting, or blame shifting, we are exposed to emotional abuse, and then we of course have these natural consequences of this kind of communication. So when we stay out of this kind of communication, we will feel less of all these reactions, and we will start feeling better. And there's nothing wrong with us who are exposed to future faking, gaslighting, or blame shifting. There are actually something wrong with the people using these bad communicative strategies. So it could be awesome that when we all start to know about this kind of communication, that we do everything we can to stop it and avoid it. Oh, and my name is Anna. I'm from Copenhagen, Denmark. And thank you so much for listening to this. If you liked it, please give it a like so I can feel that too. And share with somebody you think need to know about these communicative strategies, so that we all could start feel a little bit better in this lovely, lovely world. Bye bye. See you next time.